So in the shop I've got my zero turn. It's a Craftsman. I really like this zero turn. It's been really reliable. I bought it used like new. It was $1,400. New was $2,400. Anyway, gotta love Marketplace. But it has recently developed an oil leak. It's dripping oil out of the bottom of the engine. I've already bought the new seal. I think it was like $4. And it's a piece of cake to put in. Okay, step one. That's the bolt that holds the clutch and pulleys on. That was well oiled, it came right off. Unplug the electronics. Set that aside. Drive belt is off, drive pulley is off, and there's that oil. It's been saving up. Anyway, our next step, we got to pry the old seal out. I'll try to readjust the camera angle so you can see it. And I might clean up the area a little bit too. Keep dirt off the new seal. So my tripod is too high for you to see in the action. The cherry picker has a whole nother project going on. The chain fall has an S10 underneath it. I'll have to just set the camera down on the floor, I guess. So I got a paint can opener grabbing that seal, and then I got a long screwdriver. I'm going to try to pivot, pry it out of there. There it is. There is the old seal. It took longer to get the camera set up than it did to get the seal out. So here's the old seal. This is the new seal. Looks like a perfect match to me. I'm going to oil this one up, and to put it in, I went looking in the drawers of extra parts. This 1-inch PVC coupling, too small. This 1.5 inches, so close. We might start it with that, and then finish it up with this 1.5 inch PVC. Push it on in. That's what the plan is right now. And I've got a hammer to tap it in with. I've got some oil to put on this. I'm going to clean up the area a little bit. Get this over with. I'd already cleaned it before we got the seal out, so this should be good enough. It's almost like this pipe's going to have to be hollowed out a little bit to go around the sealing area on the crankshaft. It is too small and the coupling is too big, but we're in the ballpark. Alright, good news. I took this piece of pipe, I put this coupling on it, I drilled through the coupling, and I was able to cut out some of that meat. Now it fits into the hole. So our next step, the seal, I'm going to put some oil all over it. Help it slide into place, not burn up when we first start the engine. Completely coat it. So I got the seal in place, then I went around with this little flat tip punch, and I took my hammer and I was just tapping around the edges real light, and you can feel when it goes into place. So update time, I just put some oil in this, then I went and had some lunch, and I don't see anything dripping out of there. Maybe a complete success. So now I'm going to reverse the order and put everything back together. Up first, you've got this pulley. It only goes on one way. Just like that. And then the belt. Let's see. This oily belt goes on next. And the belt holds the pulley in place. Then we've got the clutch system. It goes on next. Line up the key right about there. And right here, there is a pin that keeps your clutch stuff from spinning. So one time I checked the oil and I forgot to put the dipstick all the way back in, and I ran it probably 2 or 3, maybe 5 minutes. There was oil all over the engine. No damage was done. It just looks cruddy. Let's try to clean it up before we do our cold start. Go ahead and put the dipstick back in before we forget it again. Oops. It's a 22 horse Craftsman. The label's now gone, so you have to remember that in the video. Okay, just checklist time right before the cold start. Oil seal in, oil in the crankcase, gas in the gas tank, batteries hooked up. I've got water. I cleaned the engine off. I even cleaned up the instrument panel here, and my key ring's clean. I think it's time for a cold start. We'll do a cold start, get it running. Ready to roll. Let's do a headlight check. Somebody said the other day you should take that engine off and put it on one of your homemade boat motors. I think that's a great idea, but with grass, that's mandatory. Boat motors, that's optional. Mowing some really tall junk and I knock this light off, that's no problem, that could be fixed. Anyway, it's still a great mower. I think the next step I want to do a pressure wash, a complete cleaning of it, and update this concrete tire. It's still rolling. I'll put a link at the end to that concrete tire and when I cut the truck tires on the back. Those are pretty cool videos.